Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hopefully having a fantastic start to your Tuesday. You know, it doesn't seem that long ago, Justine, we were talking about that. It was like, wow, it feels like spring.
Feels like spring, and now it's full-on winter. Of course, it's been full-on winter, I guess, in the mountains and in certain areas of the state where they're getting so much snow.
Yeah.
The Rocky Mountain front.
Yeah, along the Rocky Mountain front there. And that's going to be the case again for them today. So they've been getting hit, like we've been talking about, so hard this winter, record amounts of snow. Seems like the winds have just started and not stopped, and that's going to be the case for today. Winter weather advisories in place for that exact same location, Justine. This is going to be through midnight tonight. The exact same areas, winds 35, 45 miles per hour with gusts possibly up to 65 miles per hour in some areas. Additional snow for the valleys, 1 to 3 inches, mountain 3 to 6 inches. But we're talking about drifting snow, blowing snow, whiteout conditions again for this exact same place. So a place that just has not had any relief is going to continue to see these really tough conditions. Other areas across western Montana, it is going to remain chilly out there. 20s and lower 30s. We'll see about a 30% chance of a snow shower in Missoula. Better chance in Kalispell and Polson in northwest Montana. Southwest Montana like Hamilton. Some sunshine this morning, then clouds increasing as we roll into the afternoon.
Due to unfavorable conditions and fatigue from the weekend, the Flathead County Sheriff's Office has given the search and rescue crews time to rest and suspend the search for missing skier John Torgerson. Torgerson has been missing since last Saturday. Crews have been searching for him every day since. Upwards of 50 volunteers per day have been scouring the area near Whitefish Mountain Resort, while Two Bear Air has provided services in the air. Flathead County Sheriff Chuck Curry says Two Bear Air was a great resource but won't be needed anymore as it has become a ground search. The crews are going to tree with avalanche probes, checking tree wells as the time span for finding Torgerson from his transceiver signal has passed. Curry says the department will reevaluate the conditions this morning, keeping in mind the safety of all searchers as well.
When we do have people who aren't really trained, that's always a concern. We've attempted to manage that as best we can. Of course, we can only do so much, but our goal is to make absolutely certain that all the rescuers are as safe as they possibly can be.
The Lake County Sheriff's Office searching for a 26-year-old man near the SKQ Dam near Polson. Lake County Sheriff Don Bell says they are looking for Kyle Butterhoff. Bell says his deputies, search and rescue, and man trackers have been looking for Butterhoff since Sunday, searching nearby roads and fields, even using drones to see if he walked away. Butterhoff's mother, Cindy Lee, tells us her son has Asperger's syndrome and is a high-functioning autistic, which says makes him antisocial. Bell asks if anyone knows of Butterhoff's whereabouts to call Lake County Sheriff's Dispatch at 883-7301. Extras football player Beau Donaldson will remain free despite violating terms of his parole from a high-profile rape case more than a dozen times. Missoula County Attorney Kirsten Pabst argues Donaldson's suspended sentence should have been revoked. MTN's Connor McCauley reports on the judge's decision.
Beau Donaldson will remain a free man despite the county attorney's attempt to put him back in jail. In 2010, Donaldson pled guilty to rape, and Judge Karen Townsend sentenced the former Grizz football player to 30 years in prison, with 20 of those suspended. He then served 3 of those years before being released on parole. Missoula County Attorney Kirsten Pabst filed for a petition to revoke Donaldson's sentence after he violated his parole numerous times. One violation included Donaldson's access to social media, which he violated multiple times.
On August 24th, the probation officer learned about violations 13, 14, and 15. That he was again on social media, that he again had a smartphone, and that he lied to them this time.
Another violation stems from Donaldson's inability to be in establishments whose primary goal is to serve or sell alcohol. He had violated this parole numerous times and admitted to being in our bar and others around Bozeman.
August 23rd of 2017, we have violation number 11. He'd again been going into bars. In this particular instance, he had been in the Midtown Tavern, and his explanation was that he didn't know that that was a bar.
Donaldson violated a litany of other conditions, adding up to 16 in total. Judge Townsend ruled that despite these violations, she could not send Donaldson back to prison because of a new law that limits a judge's discretion when it comes to breaking conditions of a sentence.
The court will dismiss the petition to revoke and remand the case back to the department for further supervision of Mr. Donaldson's behavior.
Donaldson will get another chance, a chance that angers his victim, as she believes he has had too many to begin with.
One slip up, and in a case like this, it isn't going to take much. He'll be brought back before this court, and the court can again sentence him to whatever sentence they deem appropriate under the codes of Montana. I feel like you've had that slip up multiple times.
Connor McCauley, MTN News, Missoula.
Judge Townsend recommended stricter alcohol testing as a condition of Donaldson's release. The current owners of the Southgate Mall are planning to stay active in the development as the area is adjacent to the mall, even after the mall itself is taken over by an Ohio investment group. The Washington Prime Group announced it was purchasing Southgate for $58 million in a fourth quarter conference call with investors late last week. The deal will close out the local ownership of the mall by developer Peter Lambros and his partners, who first opened the mall in the early 80s. The sale comes as the local group is close to wrapping up a major updating and expansion of the mall, adding a new Lucky's Market and AMC Theater to anchor a town center approach on the mall's south end. But Lambros and his partners plan to stay actively involved in the mall district. He tells MTN News the group will now be shifting their focus onto the planned residential development on the southwest corner of the Southgate property. Lambros says he fully expects the mall sale to be finalized in the second quarter. The director of operations for AMC Theater says the chain isn't planning to offer an entirely different lineup of movies at its two Missoula theaters. Instead, both theaters will offer the same lineup of first-run movies, letting customers decide which theater they want to visit based on geography and the different amenities at each location. The new AMC Southgate Mall 9 had a soft opening over the weekend and is now moving into fully operational as of last night. This outlet is the company's first AMC dine-in theater in the inland Northwest, offering movie fans a chance to not only enjoy the latest films, but order restaurant-style food as well as traditional snacks right from the convenience of their reclining chairs. People have wondered how the company will manage the flow of films between the new theater and the AMC 12 on North Reserve. The company says the lineups at both theaters will be similar with all the new first-run movies.
We're going to treat both theaters as two separate theaters. We're going to try to book all of the popular movies in both locations so we could still attract, all the Missoulian guests to, if they prefer going to the other location, they could go. If they want to come here, they're going to have that option.
AMC took over operation of the theater complex on North Reserve from Carmike Cinemas last year. Well, communities across the Rocky Mountain Front and Blackfeet Reservation face a dire situation in the wake of recent snow and blizzard conditions. Deep snow drifts from strong winds continue to cut off and isolate homes and towns. According to the Blackfeet Tribal Business Council, all routes and cut-across roads on the southern portion of the reservation are closed, along with portions of Highway 89 and Highway 464. Many roads that are now open are just down to one lane. Roads are not the only problem. The community of Heart Butte lost its water supply Sunday night. It has, though, since been restored. All right, time to send on over to Lewis now. He's got your forecast this morning.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, like we just talked about, that exact same area again is going to be hit today. Winter weather advisories in place. Light snow, but the main factor again is going to be those winds. Gusts up to 65 miles per hour possible in some areas. So that area that just keeps getting get hit hard is going to continue at least for today and into tomorrow morning as well. Temperatures this morning colder in southwest Montana. This because we have more clearing. So clear skies, southwest Montana, though those temperatures really drop. 1 below Sula, 6 in Salmon, 7 in Phillipsburg, 12 in Hamilton, 13 below in Butte. Head further north though, we have more cloud cover overhead, still chilly, but not as cold, seeing more 20s and teens. There are places like Polson, Kalispell, Thompson Falls, and St. Regis. So that next system, the weak system that's going to bring us light snow, is going to continue to move out of Canada, here from Washington. See some light snow getting ready to move through Spokane. This is going to just increase during the afternoon time. very light snow possible again northwest Montana with just a little bit of accumulation possible, maybe a light dusting to an inch possible tomorrow morning, with west central and southwest Montana not seeing any accumulation with this system. So here's your Hamilton hour-by-hour forecast. Great backdrop photo by Cindy here. Cindy, thank you so much for this one. Notice clouds increasing throughout the day for Hamilton. So mostly sunny this morning, partly sunny by 10 a.m., mostly cloudy by 1 p.m. Then we'll see cloudy skies by 4 p.m. Kalispell, a little bit different, but first, how about this photo sent into us by Marie last night of a sunset in Kalispell. Marie, thank you so much for this picture. Mostly cloudy this morning, then around a 30% chance of snow by 10 a.m., around 60% chance of snow as we roll into the afternoon time. And this is going to lead to some light snow tonight as well. Again, like I mentioned, the valleys of northwest Montana can see a light dusting to maybe 2 inches at most. The mountains anywhere from 3 to 5 inches. West central, southwest Montana, we're just talking about a few flurries here and there with very little or to no snow accumulation expected. 7-day forecast just shows active weather for the next 7 days with our best chance of seeing some snow in Missoula happening on Friday. Kalispell will be 32 today, 37 Wednesday, 39 on Thursday, 34 on Friday. Light snow for the next 7 days in Hamilton again with the best chance of seeing some snow and even rain mixed in moving in on Friday.
All right, well, thanks, Lewis, and make sure you stick around. We're right back after this.